evening, adventurers, and welcome to today's episode of Goodberry Cafe. I'm going to give a second to see if our sound is working in the chat because we're notorious for having issues. Let us know. I will continue. I believe in God to have the sound working. Goodberry Cafe is the little worm cafe at the end of the street where everyone is welcome to come in and pull up a chair. And today we're serving up a cup of inspiration, and so I hope you'll come in and stay a while. My name is Jem, and I will be your host for another evening at Goodberry Cafe. Here at Goodberry Cafe on the second Monday of the month, I invite some friends to join me in trying out new, weird, unique, and creative indie tabletop role-playing games. So this virtual cafe is meant to be a warm, safe, inviting space where my guests and I feel comfortable learning and stumbling our way through these fun games that we try out together. Before we jump in to explaining why I am very poorly painted green, do you want to just say that New Age Geeks, we are going to Gen Con this year, making our triumphant return. Last year was our first time, so we can't wait to go back. We are accepting donations on our channel to help fund our trip to Gen Con, and any bit helps. And we also just want to thank you all for 500 followers on Twitch. We love you. Now, to explain why I look like this, I am super excited to play this ridiculous game. The second it got released on Twitter, I had people sending it to me and tagging me in it, saying that I have to play it on Goodberry Cafe. So here it is. Today we are playing Goblin with a Fat Ass, written by Tom Bloom, and he apologizes for creating this game. So I'll have the mods link the game in the chat. This is a Twitter post. So like usual, I'll try to talk through some of the rules of this game as we play, which is actually a pretty well written rule set. But remember that we are all learning this game together, and so have patience with us. But before we jump into the action, I do want to introduce our guests at the table. Today, we have our disaster master, Jake. So Jake, if you can start, you've very graciously offered to be disaster master for tonight's game. If you can start by letting people know who you are and where we can find you.
I'm just Jake. You can find me on Twitter at _ImJustJake. You can find me on the Top Turtle podcast with a bunch of my friends where we just kind of talk about pop culture stuff and pro wrestling, stuff like that. Yeah, that's about it. I don't have many other projects going on at the moment, so.
And then Sergi, you can go next.
Hi, I'm Jessie, not known online as Zergi. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram. I do a lot of cosplay, costume stuff. So yeah, that's kind of my thing.
Magnus.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Magnus, and if you know that intro, then you've probably heard me on Half-Blood Happy Hour or guest starring on Devils in the Dice. You can find me everywhere that matters at Legato Gelato 865. But I don't have anything other than that.
That was so smooth. And then Matt, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself.
Yeah, hi everybody. My name is Matthew Aaron Hernandez. Matty, whatever you want to shorten that or lengthen that to is fine with me. You can find me on Instagram, although I am a notorious lurker and rarely post. I'd be happy to follow you in your geeky projects. So yeah, hit me up.
All right, and I am Jem. You can find me most everywhere at Jemboree or on Instagram. Unfortunately, somebody has that username, so I'm Jemaginative. But everywhere else, I'm Jemboree. Or you can find me on this channel playing as Whisper on our show Forging Fates on Mondays, or playing Mira on our show Spell Shots on Tuesdays. or posting Goodberry Cafe. But with that, let me start by explaining this ridiculous game. I'm very excited. So, the premise of this game is that you are a group of ne'er-do-wells with one goal: to rob the richest person in the town blind. Unfortunately for you, you are each a goblin with a fat ass title sequence. So today, before we jump into playing, we are gonna actually there's a bunch of random tables to determine our scenario. So we're gonna actually do our random tables live with our disaster master. But to play the game, you need 2 to 4 players and a disaster master. The disaster master will describe the scene, play the NPCs, and ask the players what they'll do, and the players will get up to various forms of goblin mischief. And we will figure out what the outcomes are based on our actions. So the game says to do anything, do it. Don't roll dice for everything, but if it's contested or if the outcome's unclear, you roll 1d6. On a 4 or higher, that's a success. On a 1 to 3, you don't do it, but you suffer the consequences. If doing it would be hard, you need to roll a 6 to do it and avoid consequences. So what is hard or not is up to the disaster master, but it should be fairly obvious. And you might get more or less dice. So you roll 1 extra die if you have a skill in something that applies. You get 1 extra die if you have a situational advantage, like a tool or a chandelier, or using something creatively. You roll 1 less die if you're dazed. You roll 1 less if the situation is bad, like you can't see or you're suspended over a lake of lava by one hand or something like that. And if any roll is reduced to 0 dice, you roll 2d6 and you pick the lowest. So I'm sure this will all come up as we play, but just as a brief intro. Now, the most important type of roll of the game, I think, is the ass roll. So if you're doing something risky, which should be most things in this game, or something that could cause mayhem, mischief, or general chaos, you also roll ass. So to roll ass, you roll 1d6 per your goblin's ass size. If you get at least 1 6, there's a surprising upside, opportunity, or advantage. Multiple 6s means this is extra good. And this applies even if you fail. If you roll at least 1 1, there's also a downside, an extra risk or a complication or an injury. And multiple 1s means this is extra bad, and this also applies even if you succeed. The 1s and 6s cancel each other out. So there's also something called the chaos clock. So each time the players roll at least 1 1 on any final result of any ass roll, we fill in 1 segment of the chaos clock. And so this chaos clock tracks generally how things are going throughout the game. If the clock hits midnight and you run out of segments, the shit hits the fan. And you have to cut and run or try and make a mad dash, last bid for the prize, no exceptions. So there, in the game, you can see a pie chart circle, and there's already 4 bits of the chaos clock filled. So we have 8 chances to roll 1 on any final result before the shit will hit the fan. So we have to be careful of our failures. And then the game says, please respect the chaos clock in tiny type. And then for our goblin characters that we're playing today, there are also random tables to determine our ass size, how we got our ass, and our class, and what's in our pockets. We're going to also do that live on stream. So we came up with like character concepts, but in terms of the actual details of the most important part of the game, our goblin ass, we're doing that live. And so what are consequences? When someone fails a roll or someone rolls a 1 on an ass roll, it's time to do 1 or more of the following. So there are a couple of things that happen. You can either pay a cost in attention, so a goblin is preoccupied for a while. In effectiveness, they're struggling to do something. Or danger, the situation gets more intense. or you end up smacking someone. So you daze a goblin or knock a goblin out. A dazed goblin gets -1d6 to do anything, and if they're hurt again, they get knocked out. Goblins will recover from being dazed after a scene is over. Now, if a goblin gets knocked out, they must be carried around like a sack of pear-shaped potatoes and wakes up in the next scene as long as they make it out okay, are captured if they are left behind, or are captured if they're left behind. It's pretty easy for a human of average strength to knock a goblin out with a big enough implement. Or another consequence is starting a ticking clock. So you write something bad down, like the lava gets released, the dogs are released, or an alarm is set off, or someone's knocked out. And the next time there's a fuck up in the same situation, that thing that you wrote down comes true, or maybe the next time after that. So that's a disaster master control element there. Or the last consequence is the situation is escalated, and you can either choose or roll 1d6 on the table of what these escalations might be. This is going to be super ridiculous. There's also a secret in the sidebar. It's a secret. If you roll 1d6. If you roll a 1, you are actually a kobold instead, but don't tell the goblins. I don't know what if any of us are going to be secretly kobolds, but I like how it's in tiny type in the sidebar of the game. So, all right. Do we feel like we are ready to figure out what our scenario is?
Yes.
I'm ready.
All right, Disaster Master.
I'm gonna phone out
Who
so I can make my
is-
notes.
So the first table is a 1d6. Who is the rich person in question that we are robbing from?
Rich person in question that you guys are robbing from is the mayor.
Ooh. All right. I'm finding a. There you go. All right. Let me write that down as well. All right. Now the location. It's also 1d6. Most things are 1d6.
Yeah. Luxurious mansion on the edge of a cliff.
All right. The mayor in his luxurious mansion on the edge of a cliff. Perfect. And then what are we robbing?
The world's world's most expensive dog.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine this to be very floofy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we stealing it so that we can ride it as a mount, or
I think we'll each have our own motivations, maybe. All right. So the world's most expensive dog is protected by a cadre of numerous but poorly paid guards and
Bound goblin destroying shadow demons. It's in the
Oh.
contract.
Okay. So our main enemy will be. Oh, but they're bound. Bound goblin destroying shadow demons. Lovely. This must be a very expensive dog.
Has to be. The most.
And the dog is locked in what?
It is locked in a living vault embedded in a huge beast.
Is it a small dog inside of a much larger beast-sized dog?
You'll just have to wait and see.
Oh no.
I'm getting Monstro vibes?
Great. And that's our scenario. So I think as players, we're going to take a moment to roll for our characters, and then we'll go around and introduce our characters. So if we just take a couple of minutes, you're going to need a d6 and a d8, apparently, to roll. Jeez. So how you got your ass determines your skills in this game. Your ass size determines how many dice you roll when you roll for ass, and your class gives extra skills and an ability. Nice.
It's gonna be fun.
And then your pocket contents can come in handy at any time. Perfect.
If we get 6 for the ass and it says pick 2 of your choice, is it pick 2 skills or 2 skill sets?
2 skills from
Okay.
either how you got your ass or one of the skills from any of the classes.
Okay.
One more second. I also got big natural, so I'm trying to choose a skill.
I know.
I'm ready.
I just need one more second. Sorry.
No worries. You know when you're all ready.
Just need to do pockets and then I'm good.
Else ready?
Okay.
Awesome.
I am good.
All right, we're gonna start from backwards to forwards. So, Matt, would you mind going first and introducing us to your goblin?
Yes. um, how would you like me to do this? Should I describe my physical features or tell you about my character first?
What? I don't. Okay.
All right, I'll just lead into it then. So my goblin, I am B.A. Bodacious. Goodness gracious, B.A. Bodacious. And I got that green dump truck that I worked hard on. I lift, I climb, I do calisthenics. And you know, in my day-to-day, I pray to the goblin deity as a priest, and you know, I'm a devout follower of the a himbo goblin deity. Apparently.
We love him both. All right. Magnus.
All right. Let me grab my thing. All right, I am Trajunk Unk. I am a Trajunk Unk with a ass so fat that it had to be part of and destined in his name because I've got that junk in the trunk. I've got that juggernaut ass. That was also trained and obtained through hard work. In my spare time, I like to be making different playlists for my workouts. I drink heavily, and I always get the party started.
What class are you?
Bard.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
I finally
Perfect.
hate it.
All right, I'll go next. I haven't decided what voice I'm going to use yet, so I'm not going to use it yet. It'll just come out in the middle of the game. But I'm Muffy D Booty, Pirate Queen of the Whoopee Waters. I have that green dump truck, but I was born with it. Big natural. I am a wizard of the seas. So I know a lot about goblin magic and the Dewey Decimal System. And I can light most anything on fire, but because I was big natural, I'm also great at what did I write down? Stabbing, and I have a very high alcohol tolerance. Lots of time on these waters. Yeah. And then I've got some fun stuff in my pockets, but I'm sure that'll come up in game. All right, Jessie, your turn.
All right. I am Hugh Janus, known as Hugh to my friends. Uh, I have a thick stack of pancakes that I was born with it. I came out. My parents saw one thing looking at me, and that's how looking at them, and that's how they named me. Just staring them right back in the eyes. And I am a priest, but I also have these skills of using magic and detecting magic thanks to this thick stack of pancakes. And I've set out on my journey with one thing in my pocket, a cool rock, and that's all I need.
That's wonderful. All right, I think we have our team. Disaster Master, are you feeling like you're ready to set us off on our adventure?
I am. We're gonna give her a go.
I'm scared.
All right, so it's storming out as you guys all come together in the woods outside of the mayor's mansion on the edge of the cliff. You guys have heard of this dog. It's an expensive dog. It's a dog that you've never seen before. It's a dog that even if you looked at it, you wouldn't exactly know what to do with it. But you heard it's very expensive. And you all, for some reason or another, have come together to figure out a way to take that dog for your own. Many have tried before. Many have failed. The defenses have grown. And you guys are determined to be the first and only to be able to rob this dog. So what would you guys like to do as you stand out in the trees as the rain pelts down onto you guys?
Do we know where this dog is?
You know it's in the mansion somewhere.
All right.
You've never been in the mansion, so you don't know exactly where inside, but...
So I'm new to this city. Has anyone met this mayor here?
I've only heard of him in tales. They say
Right.
he's almost as ferocious as the dog that he keeps.
I've not seen him praying or lifting, so he's not one of mine.
Trying to figure out what kind of traps or things we're dealing with. I'm not used to fighting on land.
Do we
How
have
about you?
anything that can anyone that has some high perception, we could see what's going on outside the mansion.
I got this telescope.
Ooh.
But it is raining, so I don't know how helpful this is gonna be. But
Oh,
I'll
I
take
got
out my.
you. I pull out one of my 3 trench coats. I don't know how this is gonna help you see, but
Maybe we can make a little umbrella. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll grab one of the corners, hold it up over you.
cool. Now you use the telescope and
All right,
Okay.
take out my telescope, and I want to see what I see.
So you're kind of on the backish right corner of it. You know that there is, from scouting it before, you know that there is 2 guard towers. You do see one guard kind of lazily patrolling, more so just kind of, it's another boring day. So you could assume that there may be another one on the opposite guard tower. You see one guard that is kind of scanning the perimeter, slowly walking around, but like, no, it's not too heavily guarded.
Thank you for your trench coat umbrella.
no
Uh,
problem. I'll just flip it a bit.
All right, so it looks like we got 2 guard towers, and we got one guard scanning the perimeter. They're looking bored. We might be able to get in through a distraction. Did I see a door or anything to the manor from this corner?
Yes, you saw one on. There's like a back door that is kind of like the equivalent of like a mudroom.
Mhm.
About that size. You don't know where it leads, and you know that there's a door on the front.
So there is a back door to this mansion.
There's always a back door.
We could choose to go guns blazing through the front door, or we can try to go through the back door. The back door is what I can see the best right now. We just don't know the layout of this mansion yet, so we're kind of going in blind.
Well, if we can get through the door, I can use detect magic just to see if anything's going on the inside, so we don't set off any traps.
Mm-hmm. I like that idea.
Try anything once. We can go through the back door.
I think this is a good plan.
All right, but before we get to the door, we still got these guards to deal with. Now,
Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna go ahead and put on one of my trench coats. Put on one of my sunglasses. What was the other things in my pockets? Let's see. Put on some shoes.
what kind of shoes?
They're just like some like loafers. Everything like is like mismatched. The trench coat is like covered with like different patches. The sunglass like on the right side of one of it is like a little cracked, and then the loafers like one of them has a hole in the toe, but it's been just like covered with duct tape. Like now, if at first glance, if you don't think about it, I just pass for a halfling.
I mean,
I can see it.
If you
Good.
squint really hard,
What matters is that I do. And you said there was a guard kind of roaming around.
Yep.
so
I was like,
I'm gonna take my really cool rock and throw it a different direction, away from the back door, so the guards look where my rock goes.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna hit the wall of the mansion, so that way it doesn't
Okay.
just fly off, because I want that rock back later.
Okay. So you want to throw it to where you're able to grab it again,
But still distract the
but
guards.
still distract the guards. Okay. We're gonna do our first roll, not an ass roll this time. Just go and roll me a d6.
3.
3? Okay. So unfortunately, as you wind up to throw this rock, the rain is kind of just making your fingers a little too slippery. And you go to throw it, and it just slips right out of your hand, and it hits like just before it would hit the wall, so it doesn't make any noise, but you are able to grab it again if you would so choose to in the future.
Okay.
Maybe we should talk about this before we take any rash actions.
I look at Hugh and I'm just like, that's a really good idea. And I pull out a jar of ball bearings and I like, unscrew the lid and I like take out one, give it to Hugh, take out another one, screw the lid back on. I'm like, all right, same spot, like it's a dumb competition.
Do we have a barbarian or anyone with like athletics?
I have athletics.
Oh, okay. I give the ball.
And calisthenics as well.
Okay. I think
Now it's a competition.
I did
I
my
go-
one chance. I think it's
I
your
go
guys'
and
turn.
I try to take the ball bearing, but as I do like that weird flexing thing. You're supposed to throw this that way.
I not knowing that you're trying to impress me or like trying to be like, yeah, like I work out. I just think, oh yeah, it's flexing time. And I'm like, yeah, that way. I just join you in this odd flexathon.
And I'm just sitting there cheering you guys on, completely forgetting about the mission.
How quiet are we being?
Not quiet.
Probably not.
Probably not
Okay.
that quiet.
Good to know.
Cheers quietly.
I, as Magnus, am hoping that the rain is drowning us out. But as Chajunkunk, don't necessarily care. So let's go ahead and roll.
All right, yeah, go ahead and roll for me.
We're both rolling this because we're both throwing it.
Yep, both of you roll.
Is this just a regular like 1d6?
Okay.
I
Okay.
rolled a 6.
I rolled
There
a
we
2.
go.
You did it.
Well, what did you roll?
A 2.
A 2?
No.
Okay. Okay. That's not a 1, so that's good.
Exactly. Oh,
So
I
you're
forgot that. I forgot how skills work. You add another d6 if you're proficient. in
yes.
something?
Added extra die if you have a skill.
Yeah,
So go ahead and yeah, you can go ahead and roll again.
That's a 4.
I rolled a 6 and a 5 then.
Dang.
Perfect.
Yeah. Ooh,
So
good dice.
B.A. Bodacious, good gracious. Your little ball bearing goes exactly where you're aiming it. Like, if there was a hole there, it would just slide right in. But unfortunately, there's not. It just kind of and falls onto the ground. Yours also hits in the exact, like, not in Trajunkunk,
Chajunkunk.
Trajunkunk.
I am so sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm trying my best here. Yours hits in the proximity of where you're trying to hit. Not necessarily like right exactly where you aimed, but you did good enough. And the guard that was patrolling, his back was turned. He turns towards where the ball bearings were and begins to head that way. Draws his sword out and slowly begins to creep that way.
Looks like we got one distracted. But we still got the 2 guard towers. What are we gonna do about them?
Where are the towers in proximity to us?
They're in the front.
Oh,
So
they might not see.
All right, Bo, get those ball bearings again.
Big grin on my face. I'm like, these ball bearings? And I open the jar like it's difficult. And I just hold the jar out for everybody to like grab some ball
Yeah.
bearings.
That's my one idea. Unless anyone's got any others to distract the towers.
Can
I mean,
So-
we could sneak.
Yeah.
Or will we be out of eyesight if we try and get through? Or are we directly in eye line of them?
So I probably should have described this better, and I apologize for that. There is a little bit of shrubbery around the mansion itself. It's so where the guard towers are. There's shrubbery that goes around to the back of the castle or mansion, not castle. It's probably about 3-4 feet tall, so it's not tall per se, but neither are you. So
I was like, I can distract everybody if that's what we want to do.
But then how are we going to get you in after?
Yeah.
Who says anything about thinking first? But as you guys get in, I'll be fine, probably. And he has like this little this hand drum thing. But as he pops the lid off, and it's like a singular turntable. And I want to use my ability as a bard. A bard may roll ass to perform with their instrument of choice of speech and convincingly distract a small or large group of people or creatures for 1 minute, plus an additional minute per 6 rolls.
okay,
Only
so you want to
once on the same group of people.
do that right here, right now?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll.
Rule said, bad decisions.
You're right. Absolutely. I love it. Roll ass for me.
So that's 5d6.
Yep.
Cool. That's 1-6. So,
Okay.
it'll be for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Was
there any ones?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Though they cancel each other out.
They do.
Yeah.
So it's a 4, a 6, a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Okay, so the 1 does cancel out the 6.
You're right.
So for a minute specifically, or for a full minute, you're yeah,
Absolutely.
or whatever it is you're doing.
Is like everybody listen up to the wonderful mixings of DJ Asthmatic with an ass so fat that it takes your breath away, and an ass that claps only on 2 and 4.
All right.
Character.
I love it.
For this turntable, does it have like an autoplay, or do you have to be edit? Because if you started it and then ran off, you
Yeah,
could still
'cause-
join us.
You know what? You're right, because my the skill is making playlists.
That's true. That is true.
You get a
As the
short playlist.
As a disaster master, I will say it does have an autoplay feature.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go ahead and autoplay. It's like, okay, yeah. Let's get out of
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I need you all to roll as you attempt to stealth away. And it's going to be an ass roll from everyone.
Oh no.
Because this is risky.
Yeah. So you roll for your ass size and then any skills that you might have that help. I don't think I have anything.
Wait, so if I'm doing an ass roll, do I roll 66s?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you roll your 66s plus
Okay.
your 1d6 for like whether or not it's going to
Okay.
go
Does,
through.
does having a skill in gardening help me out at all when sneaking through the grass?
Also curious about that one.
Tiptoeing through the tulips.
Tiptoeing in my Jordans.
There you go.
I'm going to say no. Not
Fair.
for this. However, it might come up in the future.
There.
Oops, wrong one.
Ooh.
Now, would we have an extra die for situational advantage because distraction?
Sure.
Might do worse if I had that extra die. Okay, no. All right, we're doing good. We're fine.
These dice are on fire tonight.
If I can
Alright.
stop rolling the same number.
B.A.
One
Bodacious.
and
What'd you
six.
roll?
So I rolled 4 for ass size and 1 for the situational advantage. It was a 6, 5, 5, 3, 2.
Okay. Okay. So that's
So
Okay,
it's just the 6 then, right? That's the one that matters because it doesn't get canceled.
correct. Correct. So the 6 is what counts. Muffy D Booty.
Yeah, I got 3 5s and 2 4s.
Perfect. Perfect. Trajunkunk.
The 6 and the 1 cancel each other, so I got 2 5s, a 3, and a 2.
Perfect. Hugh Janus.
I got 2 6s, a 1, 2 4s, and another 6. Oh, and a 2. Because I'm
Perfect,
a
so-
6 for big naturals.
You get 1 6 does cancel out, but you rolled 2 more 6s. So I'm gonna count that as 2 more surprising upsides. So not only do you guys get to sneak away as like immediately these guards are like something to do. Somebody's what is happening? The guards begin to climb down their towers, and as they do, exact time that you guys get into the you guys like dive down almost behind the shrubbery and do like a little military crawl, and you see as you guys do that, there's a small little patch that has been dug out almost as if by a dog, and you guys crawl underneath. And as you guys are crawling underneath, the guard that was distracted by the ball bearings is like chopping his way through the shrubbery to get to this. So he's far too busy to pay attention to you guys as you guys crawl underneath and make your way towards the back door.
As we're crawling through the little hole,
Mhm.
I turn to BO and I'm like, so I know you're good with gardening too. What do you think about the soil quality? And we just have a little conversation about dirt for like however long we're crawling through it.
It's great soil too. Like it's nice and it's been humidified beforehand. You can grow some great crops on this dirt.
I look back at Hugh, like, kind of cheek in the dirt, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's really loamy.
Nice and fertilized.
Yeah, I bet you they can grow some great greens for smoothies in this dirt.
Do a little. Oh yeah, that's good. Good stuff.
Sniff test.
Yeah. I love it. So you guys are through and you're making your way towards the back door at this point. There is still a special rock that can be grabbed if so chosen. But if
I would
not,
like
we're
to get
just
my
going.
rock.
You'd like to get your rock?
I would like to get my rock.
Okay. Go ahead and start heading toward. Go ahead and start heading towards it, and I'm just gonna say because you guys rolled risky roll earlier, that you're just able to grab it and head back pretty easily. Your stealth was good enough. You make your way back to the group.
Directly to the back door.
All right. When you guys try to open it, I assume.
I'll try.
All right. So you shake the handle a little bit. Oh, it's not locked, or it is locked.
Anyone good at lockpicking?
No, but that guy over there sure is strong.
I
Not good at sneaking, just throwing rocks.
I look at the junk and I'm like, you know it. And then I also reach into my pocket and I pull out an oddly sized key and I'm like, I mean, it's gotta open something sometime, right? Like I've had this for years. It's never opened a thing, but like,
Yeah.
maybe today.
Try it out. Go ahead and
I smash it into the lock.
Go ahead and I'm trying to see what we can do here. Okay, roll me an ass roll.
Oh no. It's 5 is my highest. 5, 4, and 2 2s.
No ones.
No ones.
Okay,
Nice.
so
The average is slowly getting lower. It's more and more 2s. I feel like I'm on my way down.
As long as there's no ones, you get in. So, this key is, strangely enough, you don't even remember where you got this key from, but they told you that it was going to be a treasure key. And as you stick it in and turn it, it takes a little bit. Like, you have to wiggle a little bit, but and you're able to open the door.
I look back at everybody and I'm just like, the giant ass in the sky works in mysterious ways, my friends. Praise be, great.
I do a little
goblin
hand.
ass in the sky.
May we be reminded of his greatness every time thunder claps.
Yeah, I do the goblin, which I'm just making this up now. The goblin like salute for the deity, which is just a big clap up top.
All of us follow.
Like,
How could be about this religion?
I love this. I love this. All right, so you guys head into the mansion, and inside the mansion, let me pull my notes up. Wow, I spelled luxury very wrong. All right, so inside the mansion, you see in this room there are like boots and stuff like that where it's full of mud basically. It's just dirty in here, but as soon as you open the door to the mansion itself, it is pristine. It's beautiful in there. You have, silverware that's already set at the tables as if they're about to eat a meal. You guys enter into the kitchen room. There's a nice table that's made out of pure wood, probably mahogany or something special like that. And there's nobody in the room at the moment. If anybody would like to try to perceive something for me, they're more than welcome to.
Are we dirty?
Absolutely. You just crawled through dirt.
Gonna go ahead and use one of my trench coat to just like. I should take off my trench coat and put it back in. That's probably the dirtiest part.
Okay. So you take off one of your trench coats. You still have two more in there. So
Yeah.
John, can
How's
we
that
put
for
those
sad?
shoes on so that we're not tracking mud everywhere?
Yeah. I'm gonna take my shoes off because I was wearing them, and give out two other sets. One was kind of just like put them on the floor. I was like, y'all got them. One's like a
Fight.
pair of like Converse. The other was like a very like nice pair of like dress shoes.
Some Louboutins.
yeah. Yes.
I will look around.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't even look at the shoes. I immediately like start sniffing to see if there's any protein around. Like, just like
We are looking for a dog.
you gotta carbo load up before you do something strenuous, though, right?
Mm.
Is that what I'm supposed to be doing?
I sit and change my shoes like a good little goblin.
The shoes are far too big for you. Like
I'm just
you walk
flopping around.
Yep. And you
Kid playing dress up.
You of course picked the dress shoes. So you're gonna go and look around.
Yeah.
You kind of peer your head around the corner a little bit. So how this room is set up is you're in the kitchen towards the back of the wall. There is a long hallway that goes a couple doors on either side. And it doesn't really have anywhere to go from there. There's no like rooms off to the side except for the one behind you. And this it's pretty big. Like almost
Yeah.
tavern size. Yeah.
Do we have a limit on how many times we can use our skills?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna use detect magic just to see if there's anything in this room that would trip us up.
In this room, no. You do see a couple of the doors in the hallway do. There's one that so there's two doors on either side. This door right here, the first door on your left is gonna have magic. The second door on the right is gonna have magic.
Okay.
We're in a kitchen.
Yep.
Is there Is there any bottles, any
Absolutely.
drinks?
Absolutely.
I wanna go. This has been stressful so far. I could use some liquid courage.
You are able to find it very easily in here.
Nice. All right. Anyone else?
Absolutely. It's a pirate's life for me, hey matey?
You could be on my crew.
Is
I'll
there?
pass
Are there?
mine around.
Sorry.
Go for it.
Are there utensils set up and like?
Yeah, on the
is-
table they're set up almost like they're like ready for dinner already.
I'm gonna take all of the knives.
Okay. And you've dealt with metal before. You know like what kinds of metal are worth something. They're all made out of steel, or not steel, silver.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Can I take every other fork?
Every other fork, or
Yeah.
every fork that she left?
Every other fork.
Okay, absolutely.
Gotta keep them
Absolutely.
guessing.
With the alcohol that I just passed around, I'm gonna take one of my glass vials that I have and fill it with alcohol.
Perfect. You're able to... All right. You store that off.
Back in my back pockets.
All right.
Are there any like, or can I see or find any like chicken legs? Anything that I can like just grab with my hand and eat on the go?
Nothing cooked.
I just can I grab something raw then, and I'll just put it in my pocket.
Oh, sure. You find you start going through like the cabinets that they have there. You find one that is a little bit taller, rectangular, has a door that opens up, and as the door opens, you feel this air of cold hit you, and you see these little strips, they're about that thick, about that long, and you're able to take a handful.
Awesome. Yeah, I just grab a handful and like stick them in my pockets, and I'm like, I'm sure we'll find something to cook these on later.
Hey, Bodacious, you want a drink?
I really shouldn't. I have 0%. Well, all of my body fat is in my ass, and it just doesn't absorb alcohol as well as it should. I feel like if I have a drink, I might just fall asleep.
Well, listen. That's every other time. What if this time is different?
Drunk's got a point.
I do like those odds, Trajunk. Unk told me to have one.
What am I drinking? What is the alcohol?
It's like a super aged whiskey. It's the good stuff.
Mm-hmm. This might put some hair in your chest. And I'll pass you your coat.
Yeah, I'll just like take a big swig of it like I don't know what I'm doing.
It burns. You take the swig and it's like ugh, that taste of whiskey. Some people love it, but to somebody that's never had it, I need you to roll for me. And we're gonna do a risky roll here.
Okay, so is it? I'm just doing 1d6 then.
1d6
Yeah.
plus your ass.
Oh! It's the full,
Yep.
the whole ass. I'm whole ass in this one.
You're throwing your ass into it.
You're not half-assing it.
No.
Mhm.
Uh-oh, it happened. I told you they were starting to go lower. I got 2 5s, a 4, a 3, and a 1.
You got a 1.
They got a 1, and no 6s to cancel it this time.
You are dazed, or as some other people would call it, drunk.
Can I pray to a deity to help BA reroll?
What a power.
Is that a thing you can do?
Yeah.
The priest ability is a priest may pray to a goblin deity to make a reroll of all dice for anyone, and then may reroll after seeing final result. This always works twice. The third time, the deity may demand a price.
Perfect. Feel free.
Oh. Oh no.
I just start doing like Hail Marys in the corner
Yeah.
as you're drinking.
Oh, honestly, it scared me because the 3 dice that I saw immediately were a 1, 2, and a 3, but the other 2 were 2 6s.
Oh, nice,
Oh.
nice.
Wow.
So not only you start to feel it for a second, and then you're like, ooh, that was tasty. You have a taste for it. I don't know if as a disaster master I can do this, but I'm going to modify your ability for liquor. You can drink liquor without the thought of instantly falling asleep.
Okay.
We'll say you have a little bit more tolerance.
I put it in my notes. It just says, I can drink now.
You don't have like a super high tolerance, but like you can drink with your friends now.
I look at Muffy, and as the shiver passes, I'm like, oh wow. But like the hand of Great Goblin Ass, or I guess the cheek of Great Goblin Ass itself, just touched me. And I like kind of, I guess, lock eyes with you, knowing that he was praying. And I was just like, thanks for that. Kind of wander off.
Hugh, would you like?
Praise to clap. I think I'm okay. Thank you, though.
Clap.
Clap.
Well, so what? While we have this moment where I don't hear anything coming to us, right? Disaster Master.
Would you like to check if you hear anything coming up to you?
Yeah. Before I go to my next thing.
So as you kind of look around, you do hear voices up towards the front of that hallway that you see.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't sound like they're getting closer. They're kind of distracted. They're like, there's music playing. Why is there music?
Perfect. So while we are waiting here, enjoying this delicious beverage, I am a little curious. What is your all's goal with this little dog we're getting?
I just want to pet it. Just once. Just once.
Well, you see, Chajunkunk takes out like this piece of paper. When I was 3 years old, I had this dog, and he ran away. And I just got this picture of it, us together, and I'm hoping it's him. And he turns the picture away. It's a drawing very obviously done by a 3-year-old. Just Chajunkunk, and then an arrow pointing and saying dog.
You know, in all the stories I heard, that looks exactly like the mayor's dog. Exactly like it.
And that's what I've been thinking. So I left my DJ booth and I came here.
It's uncanny.
We're seeing the dog, but I guess we'll see. I hope it is your dog.
What about you?
I want to hear Bodacious's first.
Oh, well. I hear that dog is being cooped up like some kind of animal. And that just doesn't sit right with me. So I think that dog should be able to run free. Besides, how can you develop a truly great ass if you are just stuck in a little box all the time? You need to run and jump and climb things.
Fight.
Lift stuff.
Fight. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I suppose you could fight too.
Yeah. That's what I like to do. See, for me, my crew, we've already taken over the seas. We're getting a little bored. We're looking for something new. And I hear that a real good, well-bred dog is like an investment. You can bring it to these things, these shows, and then they can make you more money and more money and more money just by showing it off. So that's my goal.
So like a bodybuilding competition
For dogs.
for dogs.
Yeah.
Magic.
There's a competition for building dogs?
The voice is starting to get a little bit closer.
All right.
I put my arm around Trajungunk. I'm like, indeed there is. Let's go rescue this dog.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got 2 doors to choose. Yeah, and then both of them.
4 doors altogether. 2 of them are magic.
Okay. What are you guys thinking? Which door should we go through?
Well, do we want to fight the one that the voices are coming from? Because it sounds like they're getting closer. Or we trying to be sneaky still? I still don't think they know we're inside.
I'm thinking we should be sneaky as long as we can, because once we're not sneaky, you can't
And then
go
we'll
back.
burn it all down.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I just nod my head because I'm not a leader. I'm just like, yeah. Yeah, okay, good.
Can I use my skill to determine if the 2 magical doors, if any of them are goblin magic? Because that's what I know.
Goblin magic. Okay. You can tell that this is a form of magic that can be used by goblins if studied a specific way. I wouldn't say it's specifically goblin magic. It's more of an enchantment.
So it seems like both the doors or just one of them?
Both of them.
The magic. Oh, both these seem enchanted. It's not specifically goblin magic, but it definitely, there's something weird happening with these doors. So which one we want to go to? The one that has the voices that are coming ever closer? One of the enchanted doors? Or is there a 4th door?
Yep. 4th door would be the closest to you on the right.
This one on the right.
Well, I would think that you'd enchant the doors you're trying to protect for people to go to.
True.
I don't think we should go to the one with the voices just yet.
Mhm.
I think we should try and stay away for a bit.
I can see if I can figure out how to what the enchantment is or disenchant the door. I am a wizard.
I'm a wizard.
Blasphemy. I thought you were a pirate.
Oh, I'm a pirate wizard.
You're a wizard, Muffy.
What?
Yeah.
All right, pick one. Oh, heads or
Magic
tails?
Tails.
All right, I choose the one on the right. of the enchanted ones.
The enchanted one on the right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you head on over there. Go ahead and you try to open it, and it doesn't open, but the door handle like turns still.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna study it a little bit?
Yeah, I want to use my wizard knowledge of magic. Try
So
to
this
combat magic.
is an enchantment to keep anyone out that isn't like that doesn't have a specific like it's a password basically. You need a password to get through.
And with my knowledge, do I know if there's any way to disenchant it, or it really does just need the password?
No, there's definitely ways to disenchant it. It takes you a little bit of time. You know that the spell is going to take a little bit of time to do.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd need probably about 2 minutes of uninterrupted time. But you can do it.
I'll tell that to the crew. I could try and disenchant this, but it's gonna take some time. I don't know how close or how they are to come into this kitchen. What do we think?
I have used magic device. Could that help with disenchanting, or would it just be for using a magic object?
The door is a magic device. I would say it will give her an easier time. It will cut the time in half.
Okay. Well, Muffy, I can help you. I'm pretty good with magic thingamajigs, so let's see if we can tag team this.
All right.
But Bodacious, why don't we go to the door where the voices are coming from? Maybe we can hold it and pull against it so they just think it's locked.
From the outside. All right.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna walk over to that door with Trajunkunk.
This is better
Okay.
too
Is,
than I've
is
had
there,
in like any of my D&D games.
same.
is there like a keyhole on that door?
Yes.
Can I jam that oddly sized key in again and just rip like as hard as I can, try to lock it?
I need a rescue roll for that, an ass roll for that, because
Oh,
there's
no.
somebody on the other side of the door. That's risky. I'll say that while he's doing that, you guys are started your ritual.
Oh, I was trying to buy some time.
Oh, you're jamming it.
I rolled 4 5s.
All right. So you jam it in, and despite the fact, I will say, you heard a what was that? But you're able to lock the door from the outside, and you're you still hold it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I still hold it.
Okay. So you go to hold it. Trajunkunk, do you hold it as well?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you guys are both holding it. And as you guys are holding it, you hear, where the hell is this key at? Come on. I didn't even lock the door. How'd the door get locked? Ugh. I'll say you guys are able to hold it for a solid minute. And she still hasn't found the key. So open the door, and your dismay, it is not leading down to any cellar. It is a storage room full of gold and things of that nature. It's like their vault.
I mean, there's no dog here, but I'm gonna pocket some of that gold.
Absolutely.
Try
Are
the
there
other one.
any items we could possibly use that are in this storage cabinet closet?
You find a rapier.
Yes. Oh, I grabbed that.
You grab the
Sorry,
rapier. Excellent. It has like a gold encrusted handle with like gems on the base of it. You find a cross that you can, like a necklace.
You want to rock, paper, scissors for it, Bodacious?
Sure.
You got this, Bodacious. I'm gonna continue
Alright.
holding the lock.
Or wait, on 3 or shoot?
I don't know.
Are we going on 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3 shoot?
Your choice.
He's on shoot.
Shoot. Okay.
On shoot. Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3 shoot.
Stop trying to watch each other.
It was,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I
paper
lost.
beats rock. Okay.
Yeah. Paper beats rock.
We're like ready to lose.
I was like, dang, that sucks.
BA Bodacious would only choose rock every single time. It would always be rock.
So you take it, put it on your neck, and it's longer. It's meant for a wider neck, and it kind of hangs down to almost past your belly button. But you got a nice cross. You don't know what god it's serving. It's a cross.
Not-
Praise
not,
clap.
not 2 hands.
Right. Not the 2-hand, no.
I tried.
Well, we'll have an inside joke forever, friends. Inside, you find a lyre, the little musical instrument, and just some golden tapestries, things of that nature.
How big are the tapestries?
They vary in size.
Is there one that I could possibly put on as a cape?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I absolutely do that
Ex-
immediately.
Excellent. I love it. So you take this, like, you find this, like, it has a dragon on it. Like a platinum dragon. We're in the D&D world now because it's the only thing I can think of. You see a platinum dragon on, and it's like staring down threateningly on a multi-headed dragon. And you go and tie it up, and you have a tapestry of Bahamut as your cape.
Yeah, I look down at it and I'm like, I've needed some new priestly robes. These are excellent. So
Oh,
breathable.
wow.
Good luck. But this is not the door we needed. How long can that door hold?
As long as you need to. I'm trying. I'm still holding it.
Yeah, I
At this
look around.
point,
I'm like,
she's kind of
"Oh,
back
man,
to her
I-
conversation. She's
Let's
not
go.
really worried about the door at the moment. She's still looking for the key, but not like she's in the middle of a conversation too.
Muffy, you want to try the other enchanted door?
Yeah, will you help again? That was great.
Yeah, let's go for that.
I walk over to Jajunk Unk and I'm like, okay, tag out. And I like grab the door and I'm like, there's a room over there with shiny things.
Ooh. Yeah, absolutely. And just
So you head in the room, and you
Yes.
see everything that they saw.
I grab the lyre.
Absolutely.
And I hold the door.
And the lyre, it's a beautiful, pristine condition. Maple wood, all the strings are in tune. You have a feeling that if you play this, it might cause something to happen.
I go ahead and just like already start strumming it, like starting to tune it, and I was like, this could be out of tune.
As you do that, it's playing that music again. Let's say you guys have already started your enchantment.
Mhm.
The door now starts to rattle a little bit,
Oh no.
and they go to pull it. They found the key. They go to pull it open. I need you to roll for me.
I probably won't make it in time, but I'm running in case there's more contested rolls.
Okay.
Okay. So an ass roll, I'm assuming,
Yep.
because I'm holding the door.
Super
Mhm.
risky, yeah.
Mhm.
And can I use my weightlifting skill as part of this?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Lifting heavy things.
You're going against a full human.
Oh god.
Oh, and we are goblins.
Yeah, we're so small.
Oh,
3 2s, a 3, and a 6.
Okay, you're able to, your muscles start to flex, your little goblin muscles start to flex, and the veins start showing, really paying off for you. As the door unclicks, the opposite door, I'm saying, the one that you guys are working on, that unclicks, you jam your key in once again, lock it, one more time, and you guys have a little bit of time to get into the door that you're.
try and go.
I run away and I play dum 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 dum.
As my ear fell off.
Oh no!
I use the tapestry to like mop all the sweat off my brow. I'm just like dripping in sweat now.
Tiamat is wet. So you guys head down into this. It's going down into like a cellar.
Seems about right.
Yeah, it's a little dark, a little dingy. You can smell mildew. It hasn't been tended to in a little while. But you guys head down, turn the corner, And you see, it kind of just looks like a normal basement.
Yeah.
You have the rapier out,
Oh yeah, totally.
ready to poke.
Have it ready. I'm ready.
I'm gonna do detect magic again, just to see if there's anything
Okay.
down here we should be wary of.
No. No. There is, so how the room is set up, you go down the stairs and you go around, like you turn around to the right, and it's just a long room. There's a, there is a rug on the floor with some chairs kind of set around it. There's kegs of ale, cloth, linens, things of that nature. Kind of just like a normal storage basement. They have some pipe weed out, like they have a little table set and chairs with some pipe weed and.
Bo, can you sniff protein? You thought maybe?
Oh yeah, sure. I
Uh,
sniff
you mentioned
around
it
just-
earlier.
Yeah,
Is
I sniff
there a
around to
sense
see
of
if there's any
dog?
food.
Dog.
Dog?
Yeah, we're looking for the dog.
Yeah, am I sniffing like a dog to look for a dog?
No,
that
but
makes
dogs are
total
protein,
sense.
right?
Oh, I suppose that's true. To find a dog, sniff like a dog. Dogs are meat. I don't see any way this wouldn't work.
Wet dog is a very distinct smell.
I sniff around to see if there's either any like meat around, or if I can smell a dog by pretending to smell like like pretending to like track a dog, be a dog. I don't know how to describe this.
So you're kind of on all fours. You're like, you don't smell dog. You kind of just smell basement. Like,
Yeah, I look around and, like,
Basement.
it just smells like wet and like mildew down here. You know, this would probably be a great place to grow mushrooms, though. Just putting that out there, part of a healthy diet. More people should garden.
Do any of us see any other doors or anything, or is this just a dead end long room?
it's a dead end long room.
Saying about these enchantments hiding the precious stuff.
What'd you say?
What were we saying about these enchantments hiding the precious stuff? We found a storage closet and a basement, but no dog.
Maybe we're thinking too hard and it was just behind a regular old door.
I reach into my jar of ball bearings, and I just like kind of casually flick one down to the other end of the room, just to see if anything happens.
You flick it, it hits the wall, bounces back, and it gets stopped on the carpet that's in the middle of it.
I move the carpet.
You move
You're-
the carpet.
Man,
See if there's anything
you're right.
underneath.
That would make a great cape.
You found a trap door. You find a door that is little. It's wooden, no lock on it.
Audacious, you still got that key?
Yeah, do I still have the key? I assume I still have it. Is
I'll say
the
you
key
grabbed
in
it.
pretty bad shape? Because I keep
Yes, key's in bad shape. There's no lock on this door.
Oh, so we don't need to try and lock it. We could just open it?
I
All
hold
right.
up the key, disappointed. I'm like,
You slam it open, and there's this a long ladder. It goes down. You're probably climbing down for a good 3 minutes, and it's like you don't see much, but as soon as you get down there, you see it leads to another larger room. There's a hallway that leads to another larger room, but you see these like wisps surrounding it.
I'm gonna do detect magic one more time.
They're not magical.
Oh.
Okay. Huh.
I shouldn't say wisps. They're kind of like wisps. They have faces.
Oh, they're the
I reach into my jar again, pull out a ball bearing, and I'm like, ghosts, and I throw a ball bearing.
Go?
You throw the ball bearing.
Yeah, I mean, I assume they're ghosts, so the ball bearing should just pass right through them.
It just hits one and falls.
Oh, I am so sorry. I thought you were a ghost. I figured it would just.
What are you doing in my chamber?
I lean back to everyone. So we all read the part in the contract about the goblin destroying shadow demons, right? We all prepped up for that?
The what now?
Read? I don't read. Yeah.
Dog. Hold up.
And they begin to start making their way towards you. I would say there's like 4 of them.
How many are there?
4?
4. Okay.
Is it like decently dark in this hallway?
It's lit. It's lit by torches. You can see pretty well. Not like you don't have excellent vision, but you can see like 30 feet in front of you.
Okay. Is there like a place to hide?
It's no. You come down. There's a hallway.
Just a straight hallway.
Yep.
So they're coming towards us. We know they're solid, right?
Yes, you know they're solid.
All right. Hey, welcome to the party. And I will hold up the vial that I have alcohol in.
Okay.
Hello, friends. Would you like a drink?
A drink before killing. He takes it and
Always good to have a drink before killing.
he pops the cap off and downs it. And you can see it go through his body.
It was expensive whiskey.
I will say, their side note, they're avoiding Janus.
I pull that nice, perfect, cool rock out of my pocket, hold it to them, thinking that it's gonna repel them.
One of them plucks it from your fingers.
And I go, oh, damn.
Full rock.
Thanks.
And they drop it. I'm gonna need
Yeah, try.
nothing at this moment.
All right, cool. I hold my hands up. Gentlemen. Sorry, now the audio is in my head. Let's be civil about this. We were merely sent here by your employers. We gave you alcohol.
It's a
They've noticed
party.
they've
Celebration.
noticed that you've been working so very hard, and who to serve you but us lowly goblins? And they knew you were hungry, and I go in my pocket and I pull out a sandwich.
The protein.
The protein.
So, all right. So they kind of look the sandwich up and down. One of them takes it in his fingers like this and just drops it to the floor and says, "Kill goblins." And they start to like hover over you guys.
I look at them and I'm like, if you're not hungry, they also sent this, and I like pull off the big tapestry of like this super cool cape blanket. If you want to just maybe take a nap, and we will leave you to your nap, and we will just go. If that's
One of them is gonna swipe at you.
Cool. You know, we tried, and
He
Can you
fails.
drink my
Gotcha.
alcohol?
Can I do a
You're just a little too short.
Can I do a performance roll? For
Absolutely.
fire breathing? I want to go ahead and like summon like the alcohol that we've been drinking and again go in my pockets. I love what's in these pockets and pull out a match.
Okay.
And strike it and just.
Absolutely. Do it for me.
All right. I'm assuming this is rolling ass.
This is rolling ass. However, you are in a... Hold on 1 second. You are in a situation that is bad, so you take one less.
It cancels out
D6.
because
One
performance.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Make sure that I'm rolling the right amount. All right, so 5d6.
What a badonk.
Okay. So that's 2 1s, 2 6s, and a 4.
Oh.
So you're able to blow this fire breath out of your mouth. It's not as impressive as you had hoped, but it like gets some of them on fire. Like their robes are a little bit on fire. And you like turn around and smack one of them with your ass. And they are backing up at this point because they were very close. So they're backing up on fire now.
All right, I'm standing there just kind of looking at everyone. And as I'm looking side to side vigorously, I hear a clink, clink, and realize I've got the cross. So I take it, start swinging it like a lasso, and charging towards them.
That begins to repel them as you head towards them.
All right, follow me, everyone. They don't like this metal.
Are they all on fire?
Yes, they all have, not like engulfed in flame, but all of them have parts of them on fire. Like one of them has like the shoulder part of their cloth on fire. They're trying to pat it out.
All right, I want to make it worse as we pass because in my ability is that I can roll ass to light most anything on fire. So I want to make it worse.
On all of them?
Yes.
Absolutely. Do it for me.
I start playing Through the Fire and the Flames on the lyre.
Situation is a little bit better than bad now. So
Yeah.
no.
Add an
no.
extra?
Wouldn't say add an extra, but it's not bad, so you don't take one away.
Okay. So they canceled it out.
Yep.
Oh gee. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. My ear. I have 1-1, no 6s to cancel it out. But then I have a 2, a 3, and a 5.
I think that's a roll on the chaos clock, isn't it?
That's our first
so.
fill of the chaos clock.
I think that's
Everything
the
was
first.
going so well.
I know. I got confident.
It's all good. That just means we aren't playing risky enough.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's fine. Everything is fine.
But I
As
get
you-
consequence, I think, from that, right?
Yes. Yes. Let me see. Okay. What is your what do you have on your inventory?
A telescope, acid, 3 glass vials that are empty, 3 glass vials that are empty. They took my glass vial full of alcohol. And I've got an unexploded artillery shell, a pocketed gold, and a rapier.
You drop your unexploded artillery shell. As you go to set more fire out, your pockets just become very loose.
It's really
I like
good.
how he was like, what's the thing that can cause the most problems?
It
Get that out of the way.
said something important. I didn't want to steal the rapier. I just gave it to her. All right, so you guys head. So you're still following through, I'm assuming, to the door.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
I'm still.
All right, so you're able to open the door, and as the door opens, And there in front of you, there is like this giant bear. So on one side of you, you have this bear it's a dire bear. So it's a little bit bigger than a normal sized bear. On the side you have that, and shadow demons that are on fire, catching more on fire as it goes.
Does the door stop the shadow demon? Can we just close it and then they don't know how to work a door?
You lock it.
Bodacious.
I feel like since we're all on the other side, we should do that.
All
Is
right,
there a lock?
hear me out. What if you put the necklace on the other doorknob?
I start nodding. I go, praise the clap, take it off, and put it on the door.
And you hear almost like a, you know, when somebody's running and they try to stop but they don't stop quick enough and it slide a little bit and hit the wall.
Scooby-Doo run.
God, what's that?
Yeah, that's exactly what happens to all four of the goblins, or not goblins, but all four of the demons, as they're like. "Argh!" So you are now in this room with a dire bear, who is slowly kind of getting up to his paws and looking at you all.
A dog.
Big dog.
Up at that dog.
I look at the picture. It looks nothing like a dog.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, do our characters know that the dog is embedded in a huge beast, or is that something that we just know as players right now?
One of you guys said that you took a contract for this, right?
I think Hugh Janus did.
Yeah.
I will say that Hugh Janus knows.
Okay, because what is it? It's poorly protected by the shadow demons. That was said it was in the contract, so I guess I have that contract then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys,
Things are looking tired.
I look at the bear and I'm like,
I can't bear it.
I bet you that dog wins so many of those bodybuilding competitions.
Oh, no.
I was like, okay. I pull out my lyre. And it's like, I'd like to play a song for you. It's called Have a Very Good Night. And I just wanted to try to play this lullaby to try to lull the bear to sleep.
Okay. Roll.
As
And ask.
Trajunk does that, I take out one of those strips of meat and I just toss it to the bear. I'm like, gotta protein up, buddy. Can't go to bed on an empty belly.
He sniffs it and starts eating it up. He likes it. Go ahead and roll me an ass to see how we're doing.
That's 2 1s, 1 6, a 3, a 2, and a 2.
I'm gonna use my priest ability to
So
have Trajunk re-roll.
there you go.
Okay. So that is still a 1, however, 2 4s, 2 5s, and a 2.
So no sixes.
No 6s.
Okay.
Um,
So you hear this. It's this loud, like guttural growl as he goes to swipe at you.
Can I help Trajunk roll again?
Yeah,
Can we
absolutely.
do a double cast? Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm gonna praise the clap and
Crap.
send that energy towards Trajunk.
Okay.
No.
2 6s, 1 1, a 5, and 2 2s.
Perfect. Perfect. That's much better. So, what song are you singing again?
Have a very good night.
Your voice is this melodic, like it's almost perfect. It's almost hypnotizing to this bear. as you begin to play on the lyre. And he just kind of falls asleep as you feel a little come out of the lyre to the bear.
Praise be to clap. At like a very small clap.
Yeah, I go to do a really big one, and then I see Trajunk like do a small, like a quiet one. And I'm like, like as quietly as I can.
I have the picture of the dog you guys are rescuing, by the way. But I'm going to save it until you guys rescue it.
So do I.
Yeah, you do.
It's like looking at a picture.
Oh.
All right.
What is the bear doing right
It
now?
fell asleep.
Oh.
I did my part.
Now, how are you going to get inside of this bear?
I'm gonna tell everybody else about the contract and be like, well, I remember reading in the contract that the dog's supposed to be in some bigger beast. You guys think that's it? Now that we actually have the time to talk about it because it's not awake and ready to attack us.
That's a big beast.
Are there any other trap doors or like doors in this room?
Not that you see.
Okay, so it's safe to assume this is the big beast.
I'm a simple goblin. I think might be the beast.
So if the dog's inside of this bigger, more muscular dog, are we supposed to crawl inside this one? Or make the insides the outsides?
I could melt it down, but then I might kill. I
Well, we
got
could-
acid.
We could just take the back door again.
I pull out the key. I don't say a word.
Can I detect magic to see where the dog is inside? Like if it's in the stomach, if it's in
Okay,
its
yeah.
leg? I don't know where else it could be, but
Absolutely.
okay.
So you go ahead and detect magic, and I will say it is like right in the belly pouch.
Okay. This may sound dumb. But what if we all daisy chained this, right? We all linked hands, and someone crawled inside of the bear's mouth, and then the last person pulls.
We would need the strongest one, probably on the outside, to be able to pull all of us.
It's not where I thought it was gonna go.
This game said risky.
Slowly put the key back into
How
my
we-
pocket.
How do we know he's gonna stay asleep?
I get my
Should we
rock
just
and I
kill-
chuck it at his head.
You throw the rock at him?
What?
Yeah. Knock him out.
Genius way to.
Oh, to knock him out. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were checking if he would wake up.
I did. I thought you
That's what I thought.
even better.
No, I did a
Roll-
little portable
roll-
concussion.
Roll with ass.
Okay.
This is where we die. This is where all the things of the chaos clock just get filled.
Mhm.
All right. I don't have a skill to help with that. So just ask then?
Oh, and your normal die to a
Okay.
normal d6 and a
You have any skills to buff that? I don't know what skills would go to that specifically.
whoa.
All right.
Uh-huh.
We got 4, 2, 5, and 1.
Oh no.
No.
I'm gonna,
No.
I'm gonna use my priest.
Okay.
Both of
How
you
many more of
have-
those do you have?
That's my second one of it only works twice. So after
And then-
this, my deity will.
Where the balloons
Where'd the
coming from?
I have no idea. I did this and I got balloons.
What?
Try to give it peace signs and you get balloons.
I love it. I love
I got
it.
a blue. How did that happen?
That one point.
That's what my deity demands, apparently. I get 2 for free.
Then you have to roll for it.
And afterwards, my deity, like balloons, sends to the sky.
All right, and then that's both of us have used it twice now, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's such a good power.
Two 4s, a 3, and a 5.
Okay, you got your 5. That's what matters. So you kind of wind up like a pitcher and toss it at its head, and it goes boom. And like, if he wasn't asleep, he'd be knocked out.
I think we're good, guys.
I mean, he didn't wake up, so he's obviously in a very deep sleep.
You're right.
Should we just cut him open?
He's sleeping. We don't do just crawl it.
He's just a big dog, right? I mean, aren't we here to save just a smaller one? I have no idea that this is a dire bear. I just think it's a really giant muscular dog.
Listen. If we do that, then that big dog worked so hard for nothing. He shall live to lift another day.
For the bodybuilding contests.
Now take my hand.
How are we doing there?
So we're just crawling inside?
That's my idea. I'm open to anybody else's.
Do we have...
Why did you throw that rock? Was it really hard? The hardest you could throw?
It was a 5 out of 6.
I don't want to be the one that's inside when that wakes up. You feel me?
Okay, I'll go first. So I could listen.
Better than me.
That dog was when I was 3. It could have
Yeah.
grown by now.
It should know you.
Exactly.
That's true.
Should know your
You
smell.
Should be the first one to go inside.
I do have another idea. What if we got all those trench coats and dilly-dallies in your pockets, made a long rope with it, so then nobody else has to go in, just you.
You know what? It would be nice to have some one-on-one time. Finally. It's
Been a while.
I take off my cape, and I'm like, what if we just tied this around your waist, and then the 3 of us could all pull together? We'll just yank you out of there like a tooth from someone's mouth.
A dog tooth.
And then we've got more eyes on the outside in case it does wake up. Just in case.
Absolutely. In a
I will
fashion
kill you if it
this-
wakes up. We got a harness?
So are we really doing this? We're tying.
Are we carrying you?
Listen, we've only got, what, 1 or 2 things on the chaos clock? We need more.
You still have that sandwich in your inventory?
No, they
Okay.
just picked it up and dropped it.
Good. Don't want the bear waking up wanting to eat that.
Exactly. But really think about it, like, if I'm in there, didn't he already eat it, technically?
So true.
Yeah.
Okay. Disaster Master, what would you like us to do mechanically for this?
I'm gonna leave this on you. I need you to roll an ass roll.
Okay.
-1 for being in a very risky situation. Go for it.
Cool.
As you guys, who's gonna open the mouth for him?
I feel like Bodacious should. Bodacious got
guess
the
it-
strength.
I guess it'll be me.
So Bodacious kind of opens the mouth up as wide as he can without like dislocating or anything like that, and you kind of shimmy in. You know, you ever seen those dudes that go caving?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing inside of this thing into its large intestine.
Gotcha. Just...
Yep, you're like,
So, that's a 3, 2 2s, and a 1.
roll the disaster or the chaos clock first. Good on the chaos clock.
Everything is fine.
Okay. As you begin to climb, you make your way into the gullet and down its large intestine. You're having trouble breathing at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say you make it to this vault. What you imagine, what you see as vault, and it's a little bit like once you get into the belly, it's a little more spacious than you imagined. Like you can stand up and walk around a little bit. You have a little bit of air, and you go to open the vault, and out comes. I'm gonna post it in the Goodberry chat. Glasses and all.
Dog!
A foo-foo dog.
Well, that's an expensive dog.
You see that kind of pop out and... Is this your dog?
I think it's my dog.
You were
Absolutely.
3.
Sounds good. So you're like, buddy!
Dog! That's his name, Dog.
Dog! He jumps up into your arms.
I go ahead and take the cloth and I go ahead and pull on it.
As you pull on it, you get pulled through, and you know how like you were laying flat when you came in?
Mm-hmm.
You go back like this. Because of the way that you're tied.
Mm-hmm.
You lose all your air. You have hold of the dog. And you're able to pull out. As soon as you guys land, the bear is awake.
I mean, it
And
makes
he-
sense. We just ripped
he's-
something out of his throat.
He's instantly like ready to attack.
I got my rapier out. I'm ready to stabby McStab stab. Like,
I pull out another piece of meat from my pocket, and I'm like, "We took something out. It's only right we put something back in. Here you go, buddy."
As you toss that, he looks at you and like guttural screams in your face. And begins charging towards you guys.
oh, I stab.
Go for a stab.
Yep, that's my specialty.
Roll it for me. Huh?
All right. Am I rolling ass with my skill?
I wouldn't say it's. This is risky.
I have a skill in stabbing, so.
Yeah, let's say no for you. Just roll regular.
Okay. Oh no. That's a 5, 2 2s, and a 1.
Okay, so you go to stab, and he kind of throws you out of the way. You are
They are what?
Then your
Dang.
sound cut out for a second.
now dazed.
Oh no.
So that's a minus 1d6
Yeah.
for all your next rolls until the next scene.
Okay. Aside from the door we came through, is there another way out?
No. Not that you can see, at least.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and
I feel like Bodacious and I are just in the corner, like praying that everything's gonna go.
I'm gonna go ahead and run and open the door, but in a way that I move like behind the door.
Okay. So as you do that, the demons come flooding in, and they're met with the bear. And the bear isn't the most intelligent being. He's gonna swipe at one of the demons. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
I look at Hugh. I'm like, did that boss keep the demons out the whole time? And do you think it would keep them in if we just moved it to the other doorknob? And
That's some good
left?
thinking, Bodacious. We should try that.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Great.
Thunderclap. And
May his
Yeah,
ass clap heavier.
I grab Muffy by the shoulder. All dazed.
He's like, huh? What?
Hit myself in the head. Yeah. Total miss.
I shout to the bear, "Good boy!"
You guys put the cross on the other side of the door, slam it shut, and you hear like the demons are fighting the dire bear. It's a battle in between them. And you guys, I'm assuming, are running back toward the way you came. I
Yeah,
lost
which
my
is
words for a second.
that dining room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have to climb up the ladder. It's like 3 minutes.
3-minute ladder. Yeah.
The basement and then kitchen.
Do I get through the 3-minute ladder? I feel like.
Yeah. The days only says you lose a 6. That doesn't mean that you are incapacitated.
Cool.
So I'd say yeah.
Okay.
Maybe with a little bit of help, they kind of push you up a little bit to make you go faster. As you guys head out and into the basement, you are met with a group of guards.
Excuse me, sirs.
Yeah, I was about to do a similar thing. I push up my sunglasses and like do like a very like security boss like thing.
We're on important business.
I look at them and I'm like, y'all know there's a bear down there?
Hand over the dog and we'll let you leave.
Oh, your giant dog's fighting some shadow people. They locked themselves in a room and they're really, it's bad. Just saying.
He
Bring
sees
the
the
whole house
dog in Trajunkunk's arms.
What dog?
The one you're holding.
Do you have your trench coat on right now?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Never mind, he didn't see the dog. Never mind.
I was just hoping, and I'm like, as I'm like crossing my arms and giving like tiny like chin scritches.
He's licking your hand.
We're like, oh yeah, the demons were fighting that dog last we saw. Trying to get them to go down there so we can close the trap door.
While they're all like giving this explanation, I want to try and pour my Tron acid, which I'm assuming is in liquid form, into one of my glass vials that I have.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll. Make it risky.
I'm gonna go
Throw
ahead
that acid to it.
and distract them, hopefully making it easier for them. I just go into a huge speech like, "Are your uniforms even up to code? Where exactly were you? Were you on your shift? Were you patrolling this place?"
How did we even get in here?
Oh, but I'm dazed, so I -1, right?
-1, yes.
Okay. That's a 4, 3, and a 1. I'm trying to pour acid into one of my open glass vials.
It spills out and onto your hand, and you kind of, and they take that as a fight. And I rolled a 12 on my D12, which means shit has hit the fan. Means y'all gotta go.
Oh no.
What are you doing? How are we getting out of here?
I think we should just run.
I reach into my pocket and I pull out a bottle of flammable oil
Okay.
and I I hand it to Muffy, and I'm like, "You like lighting things on fire, right?" And then I look back at the guards, and I'm like, "I just want to let you know, we accidentally, totally not on purpose, unlocked a magic door in that other room that has a bunch of gold in it, and you, judging by the state of your dress, don't seem like you're getting paid enough here. So
He
maybe
goes
you
to
should
swing at you while you're.
I'm just giving this
Talking.
whole speech, trying to distract them while Muffy lights this bottle on fire.
I go
He
ahead
goes
and
to
also,
swing. He goes to swing. You're just like, and your swords are like really bad.
I also go ahead and hand one of my matches over.
Okay,
Do I roll?
take the days off.
Cool.
And roll. You have an. I'm gonna say you have an extra. You have your already have an extra. You're good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, it's like my ability is I can light anything on fire, most anything on fire. So. Oh no.
Oh, no.
The 6 and a 1 cancel each other out, but then I've got a 3 and a 2 and a 2.
3, 2, and 2. Ah, fuck.
I'm gonna pray to my God.
Muffy's rough. Muffy's rough right
One
now.
more time.
Okay.
Even though I know that now it's gonna
It costs
cost, or
something.
it might. It says the third time or more the deity may demand a price.
Okay.
That's all it says.
Do I still roll?
Yes, roll while I think about what the price is.
Okay. I need to get new dice.
Oh no.
That's worse.
Oh,
I got 2 1s, 2 5s, and a 2.
I'm going on my third prayer. then.
Okay.
We're sacrificing it all. It's all on you, Muffy.
you and I are going together. The great thunderclap in the sky.
Everybody do it.
Oh no.
You guys got this.
All right, dice, come on. I'm gonna switch out one of my dice for an extra life dice. There you go. All right, the 6 and the 1 cancel each other out, but then I got a 5, 3, and a 2.
Got a 5.
Yo.
Yeah.
So
Whew.
you throw this bottle, and as you do it, splash it. First of all, it hits the dude in the head, and that knocks him out. But it also breaks it, and this flammable liquid just goes all over these guards. 4 or 5.
Fucked.
And as you do so, you toss the match, or you flick the match, toss it onto him, and as you do that, breath of fire, and it goes all over him.
Not breath.
And okay, how do you do it?
It's from my green dump truck.
So you turn, bend down. Somebody who's holding the
That will.
Junk holds the match, and you let out this flame that just, and it gets all of them. Yeah, they are burning to a crisp at this moment.
Flaming parts of fire. We run.
Yeah.
Run.
We're definitely gonna run. I'm waiting for the price. I don't know what's happening.
That's true.
What's in your inventory?
Now a jar of ball bearings and an oddly sized key.
Give me the
That's
key.
broken.
Oh no! The key finally. Does it break or do I just drop it?
It disappears from your inventory.
Oh, okay.
What is in your inventory, Hugh Janus?
Those knives that I stole and my really cool rock.
Your rock is gone.
I start fading away as the rock is my life essence.
We don't realize until we're while we're running.
Before I go, can I pet the dog? That's all I wanted. As I'm like Thanos snap disintegrating away, I just pet the dog.
You let Hugh Janus pet the dog?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Automatic.
All right.
Go ahead.
As Hugh Janus kind of dissipates into nothingness.
I do a quick limerick as we leave. Like the bad guys came a snapping, their cheeks began to start clapping. I played my lyre, now they're on fire. Now we're the ones who are laughing.
That was really good.
All right, so I will say you guys are able to get out the way you came in. The guards that were pulled in were the guards that were now on fire. Somebody in chat said, "Mr. Dog, I don't feel so good."
No.
But you guys have completed the heist of the dog.
I look around and I'm like, where's Hugh? Where did Hugh go? Hugh Janus was right behind me.
You feel a wind go by you. Just a little through next to all your guys' faces.
A little fart noise.
Little.
I love it. I do like the biggest, hardest like thunderclap I possibly can, like to the point where I think it might break my hands. And I look up into the sky and I'm like, I am going to build a perfect replica of Hugh Janus's huge ass in that damn church. It's a hero. I like dry my eyes with my tapestry cape.
Oh, we got the cape back from the rope?
Yeah,
Sure,
it was
why
still-
not?
It was still
Yeah.
tied around my waist, I'm assuming.
Sweet, yeah. So
I'm
we're
tired,
just try it while it's still tied around.
Just trailing behind.
You're like pulling them towards you.
I just pick it up from the ground and start wiping my eyes with it.
Unintentionally pulling them closer.
By the time you're done, he's
Just-
like
just joking.
right
I'm
next to you.
I'm like, oh, hey, Junk. I put my arm around him like I thought he was there to give me a hug. He's like, yeah, I know it's a tough day, but you got your dog, right?
I got my dog.
The dog didn't wear
Now-
glasses when you had him.
He's with his old age, his vision's getting a little worse, but I imagine now like the most expensive dog has nothing to do with the dog's upkeep, it's everything to do with his prescription and
Yeah.
glasses to stay on.
Yeah, the glasses are why it's so expensive. It's the only dog in the world that has a pair of prescriptions.
So you can keep your dog, but since we did this mission adventure together, would you be willing to show your dog in some shows and having me be your dog's manager?
I suppose. Are you willing to abandon your life on the high seas?
No.
Are there dog shows on the high seas?
No, you can do them here. You just send me money.
Okay. Sure, that makes sense.
We can work it out. We can work out the details, honey.
Yeah. Do I get to play with my dog?
Hmm?
Do I get to play with my dog?
Yeah, the dog is yours. Just do not harm it. No hair unturned.
I come up behind Trajunkunk and I like slap my hand on his shoulder, and I'm like, and I will train you both. Together we will do so much lifting and calisthenics until your dog is the size of that giant dog down there that's fighting all those demons. It's gonna win every show.
I look forward to it. We'll do it. Point up to the sky. To the name of Hugh Janus.
You all feel another little wind right by, just
Beautiful.
This was fun.
I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't that.
Disaster Master, is there anything foreboding in the air or in the wind as we walk away? Anything
give it-
for a chapter
wouldn't-
2?
I wouldn't say foreboding, but just know that in the future, there's always a chance that ass may clap back.
Beautiful.
That's so good. Is that whole mansion? Did we light that whole mansion on fire? Are we cool guys
Absolutely.
walking away from that
Yep,
mansion?
You
right
guys
now?
are a cool guy walking away from that mansion right
Oh, wait. Because all the shrubbery around the guard towers, I'm 100% farting that on fire. Like,
Absolutely, yeah. So, I mean, the bear's on fire down there.
I go ahead and hand the other sets of sunglasses to the other two people.
And you guys, cool guy, walk away.
CSI, like,
I play a medieval version of Bad Boys.
See, now it's perfect that you only have like 3 pairs of things.
Right?
One for everyone.
Y'all Maddie claps out,
Sacrifice.
though.
oh, beautiful.
This game is outrageous.
Yeah.
Cool guys don't
I-
look at the explosions.
Yep.
No, never. No, we just walk away. I think that brings us to the end of our game tonight. Beautiful. That was, I think, a success, other than Hugh Janus.
Rest in peace.
But
R.I.P..
yeah.
You guys gotta turn that into an emote now.
Yeah.
I know, 100%. Definitely one of the more ridiculous games that we've played in the cafe. I do want to thank all of you for being willing to A, join me, B, play this really ridiculous, stupid game. Yeah, thank you for joining me at Goodberry Cafe. But before we leave, I do want to go around and let everyone pitch. Tell people where you can find you. Pitch your next thing you're going to, your next convention. What are you working on? What is your shtick? We can start with I like going from the back to the front again. So let's start with Matt.
Again, my name is Matthew Aaron Hernandez. You can find me on Instagram at the only Matt ever. I promise I will do my best to not be such a terrible lurker. And yeah, I mean, it's going to take me a couple of years, but I am working on my PhD right now and I am studying tabletop games and
Nice.
narratives in tabletop games. So
That's awesome.
thank you. Hopefully that will be a dissertation and then ultimately a book. So, jot that down and in 4 or 5 years you can look me back up. But until then, I will be trying to frequent as many cons and game nights as I possibly can. So yeah, hope to see all of you that I got to play with tonight and all of you that are watching the stream very soon.
Nice.
And
I
thank
was
you
gonna-
for having me, Jem.
Yeah, I was going to call you out if you didn't mention what you want to study. So I'm glad that you you said it. All right, then let's go, Magnus.
Hey there, everybody. Once again, it's your boy Magnus. You can find me everywhere that matters on Legato Gelato 865. And if you can't find me by that name, then it doesn't matter. You can find me on Half-Blood Happy Hour, where we play a group of just demigod children with D&D rule sets with a whole bunch of mischief, madness, and adventure, and guest starring on Devils and the Dice, which showcases a bunch of miniseries. Latest, we've just dropped Lost and Found, which is a group of adventurers just dealing with grief. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm just working on being happy and making it to the next day.
Have you ever DJ'd on a radio station before?
I have not.
Oh, because you definitely have like the jazz radio voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
working on that intro for a while on
That's
those
good.
podcasts.
That's good.
On those podcasts, that has been my intro for the past 2 years.
And then Jessie, you go next.
Hello, my name's Jessie. I go by Zergy on just about everything: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I don't do YouTube yet. Do a lot of cosplay stuff, and that's kind of my main thing. I have no idea where I'm gonna be next, but I'm trying for Neo. So
Ooh.
hoping that's a thing. And yeah, thank you, Jem, for having me on.
So fun fact, I followed you before we met in person. Like when I was first starting cosplay, I was like, oh, this person's really amazing at cosplay. And so
Thank
it's
you.
cool. All right, and then our wonderful disaster master tonight. I'm just Jake.
Yeah, you can find me at _ I'm just Jake on Twitter. It's basically the only place that I kind of post to keep up to date. You can follow me, or you can follow the Top Turtle on Spotify or wherever you get your podcast from. A couple of the other guys that are in the podcast were in the chat tonight, hanging out, watching, having a good time. As of right now, I don't have anybody needs a player or DM.
Oh, your sound cut out. Can you repeat that?
Yep, if anybody needs another player or a DM, hit me up on Twitter. I'm always down to play some stuff and have some fun. But yeah, next con that I'm for sure going to is Gen Con. So
We're gonna have a Goodberry meetup at Gen Con for sure.
Yeah. I didn't get to go last year, but I went the year before that, and it was the first time I've ever been to a convention. Gen Con's so much fun.
It's a good one to go to.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah. I feel like it would be overwhelming as a first con.
It was. It was.
And myself, I am Jem. You can find me most everywhere at Jemboree, Instagram, Jemaginative. I play Whisper, the chaotic elf druid, on Forging Fates on this channel, which is on every Monday night that I'm not hosting Goodberry Cafe. So we will be here next Monday on the 18th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern for Forging Fates, which is our long-form actual play D&D campaign set in the world of Exandria, the Critical Role world. We're going through a lot right now, so it's super exciting. You can also see me here as playing Mira, the sorceress, on our Spell Shots game, where we'll be back next Tuesday for that. We've got Queer and Present Danger, our other actual play live show, on next Wednesday. So tune in next week. That's all for us for this week. But thank you all again for joining us here at Goodberry Cafe, and thank you for everyone listening, everyone in the chat. I hope you enjoyed your stay, and I hope you'll check us out again on this channel. We're trying to do a lot. We got some cool merch. Check it out in our link tree, and I hope you'll join us again at the cafe next month. Maybe it'll be a serious game. It'll be a ridiculous game like Goblin with the fat ass. I'm just really glad we finally got to play it. But I encourage you to follow and subscribe to our channel. But with that, I love you all, and I hope you have a very good night. Thanks.